萧炎偷学我风雷阁3000雷动，更是夺取了3000雷幻身的修炼之法。若因风尊者一言接过，我风雷阁日后如何行事？
I am Honorable Lei, the Pavilion Master of the Wind Lightning Pavilion, the sect that guards the forbidden technique 3000 lightning movement. On the day I took command of Thunder Mountain, I knew that with my 3-star Duzun strength and the Heavenly Demon Phoenix clan backing me, no one in the northern region of the Central Plains would dare look down on the Wind Lightning Pavilion. I oversaw the Eastern Pavilion untouchable by outsiders, while the Southern, Western, and Northern Pavilions acted as my limbs, handling all minor affairs. This authority made me arrogant beyond measure, believing that in the Northern region, the rules of the Wind Lightning Pavilion were the laws of the land. The first time I heard the name Xiao Yan, it was nothing more than a joke spreading from the Northern Pavilion. A mere Do Huang Jr., who had secretly learned the Wind Lightning Pavilion's forbidden art, 3000 lightning movement. Not only did he defeat the 4 elders of the Northern Pavilion, but he also seized another secret art, the 3000 lightning illusionary body, and even toyed with Fei Tian. At that time, I paid it no mind. I had no time for petty matters. For the 4 pavilions assembly was being hosted by my Wind Lightning Pavilion. I had to devote all my focus to ensuring its success. On the day of the Grand Assembly, when the winds of Thunder Mountain carried the scent of lightning across the stands, the electric arcs at my fingertips trembled in sync with my heartbeat. As the host, my 3-star Dozun aura spread across the Eastern Pavilion square, and the disciples of the Wind Lightning Pavilion shouted in unison, "Wind and thunder roar. Our name echoes through the Central Plains." I watched as Honorable Sword sat down with a cold face, while Honorable Yellow Springs greeted me with his fake smile. Then, when that old man, Honorable Feng, arrived, treading on golden light with Mu Qingluan at his side, I smiled and welcomed him courteously, but deep down, I knew this 4 pavilions assembly was the perfect opportunity for the Wind Lightning Pavilion to crush the Falling Star Pavilion. After I declared the start of the free-for-all battles, a sudden clash erupted in the arena, catching my attention. It was Wang Chen of the Yellow Springs Pavilion about to deliver a killing blow to another contestant, when a masked young man in a black robe suddenly intervened. During their fight, the moment a streak of emerald green flame swept across the air, Wang Chen instantly recognized his identity. He was none other than the one who had secretly learned my pavilion's forbidden art, 3000 lightning movement, who had slain the Northern Pavilion's elder, shattered the 9 heavens lightning array laid by 3 elders, and seized the 3000 lightning illusionary body. Xiao Yan, my expression darkened immediately. That brat actually dared infiltrate Thunder Mountain. He truly thought nothing of the Wind Lightning Pavilion. Fei Tian could no longer restrain himself. After I signaled him, his figure turned into a flash of lightning and dove into the arena. But after several exchanges that Xiao Yan managed to evade and maneuver deftly with his incredible movement technique. Seeing this, I had originally intended to strike personally, but that brat noticed my intent, so he deliberately raised his voice and mocked me. "Honorable Lei, do you truly think this brat is worthy of your personal attention? If a Daozun were to act, I doubt he could even withstand a single blow from you." The snickers of the guests around the arena pierced my ears like needles. Me, a dignified Dozun, to personally strike a Daozong Jr. Wouldn't that brand me as one who bullies the weak? Just as Fei Tian was about to capture Xiao Yan, the latter suddenly tossed a black ring toward Honorable Feng on the spectator stand. The instant that man saw the ring, he teleported to stand before Xiao Yan, blocked Fei Tian's attack, and flung him away with a burst of power. Stunned, I demanded, "Honorable Feng, what is the meaning of this?" But he simply replied, "No one is allowed to touch Xiao Yan." I had thought to use the relationship between our 2 pavilions to pressure him, but I never expected that he would rather risk open war between the 2 pavilions than allow Xiao Yan to be harmed. I thought over and over this matter could not end like that. He had stolen my pavilion's forbidden technique, and if I let it slide before everyone's eyes, The reputation of the Wind Lightning Pavilion in the northern region of the Central Plains would be completely destroyed. I wanted Fei Tian to duel Xiao Yan one-on-one, but Honorable Feng refused, saying the difference in seniority was far too great. His words enraged me, expecting me to stand aside and do nothing impossible. When Honorable Feng saw my fury, his Du Qi erupted violently. As our auras clashed, my direct disciple Feng Qing'er stepped forward and requested to fight. That girl, the #1 prodigy of the northern region, possessed the heavenly demon Phoenix clan's bloodline. Handling a mere Xiao Yan who had just entered the Daozong realm should have been child's play. Yet when the Buddha's Wrathflame Lotus exploded mid-air, Feng Qing'er fell to the ground in utter disgrace. Even the wind of Thunder Mountain seemed to mock me. In front of the crowd, I declared our grievances settled, but deep inside, I had already carved Xiao Yan's name into my bones. Later at the ancient relic site, I intended to reclaim my dignity. I led 2 Daozun allies, aided secretly by the heavenly demon Phoenix clan, and seized Xiao Yan's camp, as I believed was my right. But when I saw that he had already broken through to the Daozun realm, and with only a few moves had defeated Fei Tian, rage boiled within me. I wanted to punish him. Yet behind him stood 3 other Daozun experts, and so I could only retreat with my battered subordinates humiliated. After that, I regrouped with the heavenly demon Phoenix clan, and together we fought Xiao Yan and his allies for the Dragon Emperor's origin fruit, the Do Sheng's remains, and even the heavenly tribulation Dao Qi. Later, we joined forces with the Hall of Souls and the Ice River Valley to attack Xiao Yan's group. At the crucial moment, however, we were suppressed by He Qing of the ancient Void Dragon tribe. I did not realize then that the defeat at the ancient relic site marked the beginning of the end for the Wind Lightning Pavilion. I had thought that clinging to the heavenly demon Phoenix clan would ensure safety, but in truth, I had already stepped into a bottomless abyss of ruin. Afterwards, news spread that Yao Chen Yao Lao had been resurrected and become a semi-sage, and I knew then the balance between the 4 great pavilions had been shattered. I led the Wind Lightning Pavilion to join the Minghai Alliance, venting all our hatred upon the Falling Star Pavilion, yet the slaughter of 28 lives brought no satisfaction, only a deeper killing intent from Xiao Yan. It was only later that I understood old demon Tianming had merely used me as a pawn. My so-called revenge had been nothing more than digging my own grave. The day Thunder Mountain was engulfed in flames, I finally saw Xiao Yan again, now a Dao Sheng. He stood above the sea of fire robes, fluttering his eyes calm and without hatred. Everything I had built throughout my life crumbled in those flames. I tried to use the heavenly demon Phoenix clan as leverage to threaten him. But Xiao Yan merely said with a faint smile, "In time, I'll personally settle things with the heavenly demon Phoenix clan." At that moment, I knew my only option was to run. But even when I unleashed the 3,000 lightning movement to its utmost limit, before Xiao Yan it was nothing more than the dying struggles of an insect. As he clenched his hand, space itself collapsed around me. Amid the tearing agony of spatial destruction, I suddenly remembered the young man I had once dismissed long ago. So it turns out the true ant had always been me, the one who thought himself above all. Now Xiao Yan stands at the summit of the world. If he claims that I, Honorable Lei, once stole the 3,000 lightning movement from the Falling Star Pavilion, I suppose half the world would believe him.